I'm on the way to Stinson Beach to do this hike that I really wanted to do for several months now. It starts at Stinson Beach at the Dipsea Trailhead and goes into Muir Woods National Monument and back. The hope is to get lunch at Muir Woods. I think that's what's hopefully gonna make it for me, other than the beauty and everything, of course. This is just like a quick stop to look at the Pacific Ocean. I always love to stop here. Here we go. This is the picnic, starting at 8:05 a.m. See the beautiful houses of Stinson Beach, bathed in sunlight. First time still, you can probably also hear the ocean waves. To give a brief of what the plan is, I'm taking the clockwise loop, which is to say I'm gonna take the Matt Davis Trail all the way to Pantoll, and from over there I'm gonna take the Ron Johnson Trail down to Muir Woods, and on the way out it'll be Dipsea Trail all the way back. Matt Damon Trail is essentially a bunch of switchbacks going all the way to Pantoll Campground. You can fill up water and stuff there. There's probably restrooms. You can also drive up there. The last time I was here was when Shreya and I were training for the Inca Trail hike. We went on the Dipsea Trail all the way to the top of Mount Tamalpais and came back. Back then we took the Dipsea Trail to Pantoll and then the fire road up. And on the way down we took the fire road and then Matt Davis. I remember, since this section was at the end, it was pretty painful. I think I was definitely very done by the time we got here. You can sort of see the trail switches back over there and goes up again. We're actually climbing up a pretty steep hillside. No wonder you need all these switchbacks. But yeah, that's what's going on. So I've been walking for about 40 minutes now. I've covered 5 minutes. This section of the trail really kicked my ass. I had totally forgotten how many steps, like how many stairs are on the way. It was pretty brutal. As you can see, the jacket is off, the hat is off, but we continue on. We are approaching the top of this hill, so the grade has decreased a bit. It has allowed me to, oh my god, I'm panting on Pantoll. That should be the name of the memoir. The slightly mellow grade has allowed me to pick up some pace, dry off my sweat, and just keep going. Yeah. I had to go vertical for this. It's just no good way to capture the immenseness and the height of these trees without being vertical. This is the far end of Muir Woods National Monument. I'm walking towards the exit. There are these families of trees. So crazy. This is a grove called Cathedral Grove. I just emerged out of those green trees onto this grassy hillside, and there is this behemoth of a hill that needs to be climbed. I definitely do not remember this either from the last time we were here, and all of this is likely because the last time we were here we were coming down all of this, not going up. It's gonna be a slow slog going up. We've had a good pace so far. I think this is exactly what I came here for, so let's do it. LFG, bro. As it turns out, we did not have to climb that behemoth of a hillside. Instead, I just had to follow the contour along the hillside, and then I entered this small patch of trees, and then I came back out on the other side, and this is what we got here. That is the Pacific Ocean. You'd likely hit Hawaii or Japan if you just head out there. Quite impressive. It has been around 90 minutes of hiking, and I've covered a bit more than 3.5 miles in this meantime, with an elevation gain of 1600 feet. So this is looking pretty good from an activity point of view. I'm now approaching Pantoll. I think it should be here within the next half a mile or so. The scenery is different, it's a bit warmer. I think the sun is out as well. Looking good so far. I'm hoping to use the restroom and maybe fill up some water if I'm low on it. The last few times that I've hiked, I've always been carrying some weight with me to train for the backpacking trip that I did 2 weekends ago. Today I decided to just come with a small hiking bag with only the stuff that I actually needed for the hike. So it's actually, oh, it was a bit of a ankle twisting situation, but I got hold of it before anything went too wrong. Anyways, so because of the small weight that I'm carrying, this is also like a pretty nice and swift hike. I'm able to like run some small sections here and there, shift my weight around quickly, just like feeling more nimble on my feet. I think it's pretty cool. I can hear the sounds of people chatting. This is Pantoll Campground, potentially even Pantoll Junction. Who knows? This is where we'll cross the road and start our 2.5-ish mile long descent into Muir Woods. It's a pretty cool spot. We're past Pantoll and on Stapleveldt Trail. It's taking some crazy switchbacks to get down to the floor over here. You can see like this place is just filled with redwoods. Now these are not old growth, but they are still redwoods. As we get into Muir Woods National Monument, we'll get to pretty much like the only grove of old growth redwoods in this area. This turned into a pretty great hike. Early on there were, as I was closing in to Pantoll, a lot of people starting to get hot. But as I'm descending into Muir Woods, it's getting cooler again, fewer and fewer people. Really nice. In terms of time and distance, we are at 2 hours and I've done 5 miles. Nice round numbers. There isn't gonna be any more climbing all the way until Muir Woods. So this is all just a big descent. Maybe another 2 miles to go, and that should be it. And that, my friends, is a redwood tree. So this is crazy. The trail over here is closed for some repair work, of course. but they do have an alternate route, and that alternate route literally goes through a tree. So we're gonna go into the tree and come out the other side. Another look back and this craziness. Here we are, crossing this tree bridge. Muir Woods is here. I think this is where I'm supposed to go, into the park. It's 2.5 hours, 6.5 miles. Doing great. Woodpeckers pecking away. Here we are, back on the trail again. So I took about an hour-long break, ate a sandwich, drank some soup, used the restroom, filled up water, sat around for a bit, and then got out of the park, and now I am on Dipsea Trail, which will take me all the way back to the car. This is gonna rise up for 2.5 miles or so at a reasonable grade, and then go down to sea level. So it's a pretty nice trail to be on. Walking along this patch, which seems to have been on fire. I imagine it was not a natural fire, because at a lot of locations you can sort of see that they have created rings to stop the fire from spreading. But even so, it just seems like such an eerie landscape through. Forests must look like after they've dealt with big fires. Coming up on 9.25 miles in 3 hours and 45 minutes. Even though the uphill was quite a slog, been able to maintain a reasonable pace. I am now past the crest of Dipsea Trail, which is apparently called the cardiac because of the grueling effort it takes to get to it. Some nice views over here. That is San Francisco in the distance. The marine layer of clouds coming in from the Pacific. The trail goes on 3 more miles to Stinson Beach. I am at 10 miles in 4 hours now, and almost 3,000 feet of elevation gain. Looking pretty good. This is something I really like about hiking in Marin. Even though the sun is out, it's not really crazy hot or anything. With the ocean right next to us, it keeps the temperatures under control quite a bit. It's probably even cooler during summer months because of the insane winds, which have slowed down as the weather has gotten cooler. And over there, you can look at the bay. Now this is a mile marker for the Dipsea race. It starts in Mill Valley and ends. Now this is a mile marker for the Dipsea race. It starts in Mill Valley and ends at Stinson Beach. It's like a 10k race, I think. It's one of the oldest races run on the same course in the US. Now, the race is run along this unreal course. This is the Pacific Ocean in front of us. And just imagine like a few hundred people running down this trail. The never-ending ocean right in front of them. A cool breeze blowing their faces and keeping them going. We're now done with the grassy hillsides and are walking through another redwood forest, making our way down. So we have a little bit more than a mile to go, and this is a very familiar section of the trail. I've hiked here maybe 5 times so far. And that, my friends, is Stinson Beach. the ocean can be heard and it can be seen. And this is the end of the road for us. We'll be back at the car in 2 more minutes. And this is it. Such a great day. No complaints. अगर फिरदौस बर्रुए ज़मीन नस्तम हमीन अस्तर हमीन अस्तर हमीन अस्तर. This is it. It is insane how great this feels. After having spent 5 hours walking on my feet, I do not mind at all walking bare feet on this sand with the waves washing against my feet. Probably the best way to recover. So glad I came out for this today.